I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another week of Staying Salty. Today we are headed back from Charleston, South Carolina. Say hello.
Hi.
And I just saw my CF team for the first time in like 8 months because I was in a clinical trial. And during that time when I was in a clinical trial, you don't need to see your CF team because you pretty much do everything you would at the clinical trial as you would in the CF team. And I saw my doctor at the clinical trial every time I went, and that was like every month for like 6 months. So it was the first time back seeing the whole CF team, so that was nice to see them all. A lot's changed since then. But it went well. My PFTs are up to 61%.
Woo!
So that's the highest they've been in, I think she said, like 2 years. So it's really awesome to actually see an improvement instead of a decline, because I know, like a lot of you, like every time you go to the doctor's appointment, it's usually like you just kind of see your PFTs go down and not the other way around. So it was really nice to just, the past like 9 to 10 months, my PFTs had gradually gone up. And I think that's a combination of things, taking better care of myself, gaining weight, praying a lot, and yeah, overall just like taking better care of myself. So yeah, I'm super excited for that, and I really don't feel good right now. My chest started, getting like congested and like just really tight, and I have some chest pain and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that they're 61% and I'm not up to 100%. So I'm really excited for next time. They put me onto some antibiotics to hopefully kick what's ever going on in my lungs, and hopefully, I can get even better. So we are headed back to Florida right now. Like I've said in my past videos, my doctor's 8 hours away. So we drive up there 8 hours, and now we're driving back 8 hours. So it's a really long haul, but it's completely worth it. I like my CF team. But I think that's about it to catch you guys up on what has been going on. This week we are talking about siblings and CF. So I had this elaborate plan to, usually every Sunday we get together and we have dinner or lunch together, like the whole family. Well, of course, this Sunday, my parents went to buy a miniature horse. Yeah. So we didn't have that family lunch, and by dinner time, most of my siblings were working and back at school. So it's just me, you, and Kelsey. So I will do my best. I can only do so much. I can't speak for them, but I've talked to them some about CF. I know that CF has taken a toll on them, so I really try to, convey what they feel and what they've gone through. I really, really wish I could get a video of them talking about it, because that would have been so much better. But we're gonna do what we can now with what we have. So I have 3 younger siblings. 2 girls, 1 boy, or not 2 girls, 1 boy. I'm talking about them like they're my kids. 2 sisters, 1 brother, and they're all younger than me. And my whole life, it really wasn't, CF wasn't talked about. It wasn't talked about with me, and I know it was talked about some with my siblings, and as they grew up, I can imagine they learned the same thing in school that I did, that CF, it could be a terminal illness, and I can't imagine how that took a toll on them, because I know it took a big toll on me growing up, or like when I found out, but it was nice growing up without knowing, because you don't have those anxieties or fears that other people have if they did know. But before I started doing this channel, I sat down with them because I really haven't ever sat down with them and talked to them about my CF, because I was scared to face that hurdle in life. And so before I did this channel, I knew that I would be coming out with a lot of emotions and feelings and that I have never expressed before, and I wanted to express that to my family and to my siblings before I expressed that to the world. So I sat down with them and just told them how hard it's been in my life overcoming these obstacles, and told them that I wanted a more open relationship with them about CF and how it affects me, how it affects them. It was very emotional. I couldn't stop crying. I think the whole family was crying. Kelsey, you're crying? I don't think Kelsey did, because she's so cold.
No, I'm not. I just knew it was coming.
Yeah, she prepared. She did a lot of crying beforehand. Okay. So it was a really emotional sit down and talk kind of thing. A lot of feelings were expressed, and my parents are very good at comforting and just letting them know that it's not in our hands, that we just have to live for today. I still think there's like a barrier, and there's still barriers and walls that need to be broken down to really freely talk about CF. I think the way that me and Kelsey do, I think we have a pretty open communication about CF, and I think that has taken a while to develop, and that's the first time I've really had a relationship that has been a part of it and been able to discuss. And I think that takes time to develop, is that open communication, because I think that's hard to talk about, especially seeing your older brother go in the hospital and all that stuff. Like, it definitely, you don't want to see your older brother do that. Like, my little brother, I think it's taken the biggest toll on him, just because I'm his older brother. He wants to do everything I do, but I think it's he has a really big heart, and I don't think he has yet to cope with it, just because it's such a hard pill to swallow. Like, I say this a lot of times, but CF isn't just a disease that I have. It's a disease that all my loved ones have. They all have to carry that burden. And I think sometimes they do carry the burden even more than someone with CF. And I think that's to say for my siblings. Like, I think that's the thing they struggle with. And, just like me, it's important that I talk about it. I think it's important that siblings talk about it as well with someone they trust, either if it's with me or with my parents, which I know my siblings talk to my parents about it, and I'm really happy about that, because sometimes it would be hard to discuss your worries and anxieties and fears about your brother to your brother. You know what I mean?
That was good. That was good. Siblings, siblings, siblings. Siblings, siblings, siblings. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Well, I really wish I could sit down with them and talk to them. I still feel like it's still hard for me to talk to them about it. Just because, like, I want to be that older brother that is strong and courageous and not scared of anything. And it's just going against my, what I want to portray as an older brother, and I want to be, you know, somebody who looks up to him, and I don't want them to think that I worry or, you know, I have fears about it.
And then again, if they know that you have fears and worries, then I mean that's a normal thing. It's okay to have fears and worries, especially with someone with cystic fibrosis and your siblings. Therefore, you can talk about it together, even though it might not be an easy subject.
I know I've talked to my brother about it some, and you know, I've expressed my feelings towards it and my fears, and something he said to me was like, instead of making it me look weak, it made him look up to me even more. And that was something that really like touched me, but it's just still really, really hard to open up to them, and really anyone, honestly. I've gotten a lot better at it. We've done counseling together, me and Kelsey, just to talk about CF and, you know, our future relationship and blah, blah, blah. And it takes two people willing to cope with it and go through the motions and go through the struggles and the heartache that CF brings along. But it also is a gift, like we talked about last time, even though how hard it may seem to look at it as a gift. Check that video out if you haven't. You'll know what I'm talking about.
No, I think that was good.
It was good?
That was good.
Anything else?
Nope. Nope.
Alright guys, that wraps
Wrapping up the video. Wrap.
Alright guys, that wraps up this week's video. I can't stress the importance of open communication and just openness about CF. Like, don't try to hide it and brush it under the rug. Talk about it, be open about it, because you need each other, and you need each other to pull you out of those holes. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done talking. I'll see you guys next week. See ya.
I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.